When somebody retires, they have a lump sum of money, whether it's from a 401k, a pension plan, or money they've been saving on their own in what we call non-qualified accounts. The individual's now walking out the door after 20, 30, 40 years of working at a place, and now having a lump sum of money and deciding, how do I invest the money to replace the income I now need as if I were still working, but now I'm not going into the job every day, and replacing that lost salary with my lump sum, making sure I'm not losing it due to market volatility, and having a steady stream of income year after year. If we look at somebody that's age 62 and they're retiring, let's say they have a life expectancy of age 85, that's going to be 23 years of income. In today's world of people receiving lump sums from pensions and 401k plans, income planning has become a very important job of financial advisors for their clients in today's world. And this is probably not going to change anytime soon. In the past, when people retired from their positions, they walked away with a pension plan that paid them a monthly income every month, every year, every decade. They also received their Social Security payments. Well, in today's world, this has changed. Now when people leave their current employment, they have a lump sum, whether it's a 401k, a pension plan, or a combination of the two. And what they have to understand is, how can I take those withdrawals and not worry about running out of money? So if I'm age 62 and I live to age 85, how do I put together a 23-year portfolio? And more importantly, if my spouse continues to live, if I pass away, how's my spouse guaranteed a stream of income for the rest of her life to make sure that she lives the current lifestyle that she's accustomed to? So income planning has become very important in our world. And most people are looking to withdraw somewhere between 4 to 6% of their lump sum portfolios, either on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, or yearly basis. A lot of times this is very specific for the clients, kind of like a fingerprint. We all have different fingerprints. The way people withdraw their money from their portfolios is based upon their individual circumstances. One of the biggest questions I have for people under the age of 59 and a half is, how do I withdraw my money without incurring a 10% early withdrawal penalty? Now, in certain circumstances, if you're disabled, higher income, or higher needs for higher education, people can withdraw their money before 59 and a half out of IRA accounts, 401ks, pension plans by rolling that money into the IRA. Something called the 72T. This is actually a tax code in the IRS tax rules. 72T allows you to take a certain amount of money out, and in that, when you implement the 72T, you've got to continue to roll that money out for 5 years or greater, or until you hit the age of 59 and a half. What a lot of people forget about, though, is when they receive their lump sums and are used to receiving Social Security or a pension check, a lot of times people don't plan for my income and my 4 to 6% withdrawal rate. What would happen if I lost my pension check or my Social Security check? A lot of people are thinking, wow, Jeff, am I going to lose my Social Security? Well, at the high debt the federal government is running, I think younger generations really have to figure what is their actual Social Security checks that they're going to receive in the future. That has to be part of the financial advisor's job, is to help the client understand what would happen if their Social Security payments were to be reduced. The other big item that most people don't think about is unanticipated health expenses. Health care is continuing to rise because of the advances that are being made in the medical field, making sure that we're living longer. But the higher costs are usually not factored into people's income portfolios. On top of that, inflation's been relatively low over the last few years. Well, Federal Reserve is trying to get the economy rolling once again, inflate the economy. Most people don't factor in what we call inflation, rising prices. And on top of all this, rising healthcare, inflation, is what is my actual cost now of my retirement? How much do I need in assets to provide the income that I now need? Most people think that they go ahead and devote their entire portfolio to produce their income they need, plus cover uncovered health expenses and rising inflation. But I think what most people don't realize is sometimes you don't need your entire portfolio to produce the income that you now need. A lot of people go ahead and just roll everything into one item. And as I've outlined many times in the past, not all financial vehicles are made for every circumstance. So we have to be very careful that we don't roll too much money into any one particular investment vehicle when it comes to income planning. In addition to that is financial events of inflation, health care, that these are factored into your income planning. As I've pointed out, usually a basis for withdrawal rates is somewhere between 4 to 6%. What we like to see is younger people fall on this side, withdrawing about 4%. Older people can take higher rates out, around 6%. And on top of everything that we've outlined here in this little segment, is I must have people understand that their portfolio is working together when it comes to income. And what I mean by working together is that everything is looked at as an aggregate. You may have an annuity here, you may have a Scottrade account here, you may have a Wells Fargo account here, you may have accounts spread out all over. But what people really don't understand when it comes to income is to make sure that all these accounts are working together no matter where they are held in today's investment world. When individuals or couples come into my office for financial advice concerning income planning, one of the things I help clients understand is what is their red zone. I know we've heard about this in commercials in the past, but a financial income analyzer that helps determine if individuals or couples in the future are going to run into a red zone. Red zone means, when am I going to run out of money? How to make sure that you're not going to run out of money, make sure that you don't enter into that red zone, is an extremely important position for financial advisors in today's world of people receiving lump sums. So if you need help analyzing where is your red zone, it's a very simple process that can be done on one piece of paper called the spreadsheet.